welcome everybody. This is another episode of Supreme Being. This is a podcast that I do twice a week at the moment. And first and foremost, obviously with all the announcements, sponsored by Team BC, my real estate team. If you need any help with real estate worldwide, we can help you. Go to teambcsold.com or email us at teambcsold@gmail.com. Number two, if you would like to partner with me at eXp Realty with my team, go to partnerwithteambc.com and check it out. And lastly, but not least, the inspiration for this shirt, Modern Success. If you guys haven't joined Modern Success, I recommend you do. As you saw today, Isis was over at the office, and that's one of the privileges my coaching members get, is if they want to come and check us out in person and shadow us, they get to do it for free, okay? So go to BRYAN.com, or if you're on Instagram, go to the link in my bio. Okay, let's start. A recurring theme that I see for people that affects them so much in their everyday lives is, for the individual today in society, I still notice that the majority of them, their decision-making process is not their own. Someone else has infiltrated their mind and is behind their decisions, and they don't realize it, okay? Another thing is media outlets, or what you're looking at and what you're consuming, is affecting your thought process without you realizing it, okay? Now, if you want a little hack into this, I want you to look up the word entertainment and see what it actually means. It means to get a hold of the mind. To get a hold of the mind, okay? So, without you even realizing it, just growing up, even if everybody around you had the best intentions, your decision-making process has still been affected negatively. Meaning, you think that your goals, your daily actions, your habits, your cravings, and all that shit, you think they're your own. They're not. They're somebody else's, okay? That's a big pill for a lot of people to swallow. Now, it sounds like it's not that big of a deal, but this is a very apparent, very real, and very deep-rooted thing for most people in society. Yet 90% or more of people, probably 95%, will never deal with this at all because they don't think it's important. They would rather get rich quick or do this other thing instead of handling this. Okay? Now, I'm somebody who has tackled this side of life and had massive success because of it. So your decision-making process, right? Like if somebody says and asks me, as an example, how do you stay motivated? How do you not burn out? And those types of questions, they've been affected by this, 100%. Their root of the problem is what I'm talking about now. Not me giving some surface level fucking answer on how to stay motivated or this and that. This goes 10 levels deeper than that. This literally goes to the deepest parts of your identity, of your subconscious mind, and you have to identify these things and get them out, okay? But the first thing is to understand that most of the time right now, you're not making your own decisions. When you go to the movie theater and suddenly you have a craving to buy a certain soda or candy, that's not you. That's not you. When you have this sudden impulse to want to, again, with food, for example, or a certain action, smoking, that's not you. That's not you. Okay? Understand this. So, moving forward, we now step into the realm of somebody wanting to make change for themselves, somebody wanting to do something better for their life, help those around them. But this decision-making process has been so polluted. Right? It's nuts. So I look at individuals. Now, the first thing you want to start doing is being able to identify, from a communication standpoint, things that are coming in. To be able to now assess, that's the word, assess, information being given to you. Okay? Because whether you realize it or not, if you don't, you're accepting it or you're at least hearing it. And if you don't critique it, it's just bypassing all your filters and it's going in. So, somebody comes to me and says, these are particular words and phrases you want to be careful of. People have told me ... Okay? Now, every day if you come on my Instagram, you go on my YouTube, you're going to see comments or questions like that. People have told me ... People have told me I'm too young for this. People have told me so-and-so or this and that is difficult. People have told me ... Okay? 90% of the advice that people give falls under that category. People have told me. How do we know the legitimacy behind that? Have we stopped to think? Have we been able to step out of this bullshit social bubble where we're supposed to give everybody a fair shot and just listen to them? But I can't tell somebody, dude, what you're telling me is shit. Or, you know what? I don't know you. Thank you for giving me your opinion. Now, where is this information being based off of besides people told me? Who are those people? And what exactly and why did they tell you that? You have to start doing this. You have this right and you have this responsibility. If you want to get better, you have to start doing this shit. Now, you've been conditioned socially to be told and taught that that's incorrect. No. You question that shit. How many times have you been told, oh, because I'm older than you, I'm wiser? That's bullshit. That's just one. Okay? Now, there's a lot of older people who are very wise, of course. But the majority of people who demand respect just because they're older, they're full of shit. I'm not going to listen to you just because you're older than me. I want to see your skills. If you have 20 years in this certain industry or skill, cool, I'm all ears, man. Teach me, I'm new. I got into boxing last year. I've been doing it about a year. I'm going to all the people who have been in it for their life, 10 years, 5 years, 15, 20 years, and saying, hey, dude, you've been in this game a lot longer than me. What's up? Those are the people I'm listening to, not the random motherfuckers who talk shit to me on Instagram. I could give a fuck about what they say. Oh, but they want to give the most advice. But so much of what you listen to and consume and base your action off of is people have told me. I see this so much in my industry. We have agents who have good intentions and they take advice from people who are on the opposite end of the spectrum of real estate. They'll listen to a fucking consumer, try to give them advice on how to do their job, and they'll legitimately listen and be like, oh, okay, thank you so much. They don't know shit. They don't know shit. Now, I can listen to them and be like, okay, because they have the right to give their opinion, sure. But that doesn't mean I have to accept it and actually apply it. If you want to be a mechanic working on a car and you take advice from somebody who plays soccer, does that make any sense? Yet many people, the majority of the population will. Well, you know, he has his right to talk about that subject. Sure, he does, but he doesn't know shit. It's a fucking soccer player, dude. And vice versa. The mechanic isn't going to give fucking Messi advice on how to kick the ball. That doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, now pause for a second. Okay? And I want you right now, if you're listening to this podcast, wherever you are, to think of maybe one area of your life right now where you're not getting the results that you want. It doesn't have to be super bad or whatever. Just maybe, okay, I'd like to improve in this area and let that come to your mind. Okay? Now, after this podcast, with that thought, I want you to write that down, whatever that area is of your life, and leave it there. And once this podcast is done, I want you to start going through and looking at your day, your days, your weeks, your months, your years, and look at everything you've been doing around this subject and trace it back. If you're doing certain actions or thinking a certain way about that subject, start analyzing, where did that come from? Why am I doing this? And why am I thinking this? Where did it come from? And I guarantee you're going to start finding holes in your game. Well, this one random person that I met gave me this advice and it sounded good, so I took it. Yet that random person, with even good intentions, could have given you the worst fucking advice on the planet, and you're following it, and you wonder why you're not getting fucking results. This is why, even though I'm not the most popular, and a lot of people talk shit about me, the people who listen to what I say and do it get fucking results, period. Because I only speak about what I know and what I do and what I'm good at, period. And what I've done comes from my experience. Okay? You're not going to see me go on my YouTube channel or my outlets here and start giving people advice on how to do handstands or how to build a computer or how to be the best player at Call of Duty or how to build a car from the ground up. I don't know how to do that. I can't. None of those subjects am I a practitioner in, nor an expert. So why would I talk about that? Am I just going to try to flex and be like, well, I have a right to talk about whatever I want? Sure, but I'd be stupid to do that. That makes no sense. Why would I give advice on a subject that I know nothing about? Okay? Now put yourself on the opposite end of the spectrum, where you're the listener now. and how much of your process of judging, because this requires judging. You need to regain your ability to judge, by the way. I'm not saying you go around and call everybody a piece of shit. No. But judge. Someone's going to give you money and advice. Say, okay, what's your accolades? What's your current status with money to be able to now be qualified to give me this advice? And if you're qualified, I'm all ears, please. But if you're not, I'll pass. You can do that. You can do that. But people have somehow lost this somewhere along the way, and they think they can't. I do it all the time. Even if I don't know somebody and they're an expert at something, shit, okay, teach me, dude. What's up? I'm all ears. Obviously, you're the man. I need to learn what's going on. Then I'm fucking focused in learning. But if it's just some random person, right? And many of you ask me how to deal with criticism. This is how you deal with it. When the random fucking trolls hit you up or talk in an environment or online, all you have to do is run that through your mind. Is this person qualified to critique me? No. Then immediately, it's gone. The sting on you is gone. This is one way of handling that. Why would I be upset about what this person says? They're not qualified to critique me. They're not. That automatically takes it out of your mind instead of engaging and be like, well, and then you go back and forth with them and you waste all this time and energy, dude. So, moving forward, you need to check every single thing. What you're thinking, what you believe, the actions that you're taking. Because I guarantee you, without me even knowing much about you, the listener of this podcast, a minimum 20-30% of what's called you is this polluted process. Probably more. I'm going to say probably more than half. But some of it is so deeply rooted inside of you and you haven't put any thought to it that it's still just going unnoticed. Okay? A lot of this comes down to daily habits too. Like certain individuals in life will keep eating a certain way, keep buying certain products just because they were told, and they're so conditioned that they won't go for the better option or change the way that they do something just because of what I'm describing right now. And it's so deeply ingrained in them, man. It's literally a part of their neurology to where if you try to change it now, they freak out. But this has to be handled, man. Otherwise, it's the quickest route to suffering. But see, just like I say in many other occasions and on many other episodes and videos and talks, this, when I'm describing, is self-imposed. This is your responsibility. You need to change this. I'm not going to change it. I can help you become aware of it, but this is a process that you need to sit down with you and do and fix, because this is what I did. And then I'm just reporting now the results and the other side of the fence and say, hey, I did this and handled it. These are the results. Because many of you admire me for my ability to express myself, my individuality, okay, and my firmness standing for what I believe in. Part of it is this. I've done this process. This is why I can stand and face these people that want to criticize me, and I keep shining brighter and brighter, and they just go away. Because I've done things like this. I know what the fuck I'm standing on, and I understand that the moves that I'm making are based on facts and better information and beliefs and philosophies than other people. So I can stand with my feet rooted and say, okay, let's do this. I will take my belief and philosophy head on with yours because I know I'm going to win. I'm built for this shit. I've gone through processes, internal processes that you haven't. How are you going to beat me? You can't. It's impossible. Right? Just like, we look at history like the warriors, like the samurais, right? Like the Spartans. In that field, right? In that thing of fighting, the art form of fighting and battle, hand-to-hand combat. They're like, dude, come try to fuck with us. This is what I'm talking about. Boom. Our strategy, our training, our dedication, our process, our beliefs, our philosophies are greater than yours. Therefore, when we go head-to-head, we will win. We're victorious. Okay? It's simple. So, as an individual now, when you're looking to continue moving forward and progressing in whatever it is that you do, that's what I love about this stuff is it's all-encompassing. It's universal. This can be applied universally to every area of your life. It doesn't just apply to one area, right? This is, again, universally applicable, any age, any language, any education level, any intelligence, it doesn't matter, right? So you now having this, taking it forward, the real decision that has to be made is how important is this to me, and which area of my life am I going to attack first? If you didn't know, from the main pillars of life, like wealth, physicality, and well-being, as far as your health, so wealth, health, relationships, right, and that kind of stuff, you will always be held down to your lowest common denominator. So if you're doing super good in most areas of life, but one area of life you're doing really bad, you're going to be held down by that. It's not like the other one's doing well, bring that one up. It doesn't. You're going to be held down to your lowest common denominator, the weakest link in the chain. Okay? So that's where I recommend you start taking this, because I guarantee you that's the area of your life, that weak link, that's the most polluted for sure, that needs the most help. And I guarantee you it's almost like you have a Lamborghini and then you put a Honda engine in it. Yet you've never looked and you've never popped the back open to look. And you're just in it like, what the fuck? Why isn't the car riding right? Like, this is bullshit. I'm slamming on the gas, right? Everything seems to be in order. What the fuck is going on? But it's not even in your thought process to go look and say, well, obviously something's wrong. I need to check, do a basic checkup. You won't do that. You're like, no, everything is fine. This is me giving people advice that aren't ready to listen or aren't aware. They don't even know what's going on. And then they live their whole life with the Lamborghini with, the Honda engine, and they're like, this is bullshit. I see all these people talking so big about Lamborghini. It's not even that good. And then you're looking at them like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, obvious, pop the fucking hood, dude. So this is one of those things, man, that goes under the radar. But when you meet people who have done these processes, it's a different level of interaction, right? And there's like this, I like the word self-reliance that you can really see in them. And this is what I love about this is like self-maintenance and self-improvement in its purest form. Not the cheesy shit that's put out there now about getting motivated and fired up. I don't mean that. I mean genuine, true, pure self-improvement. Because this is a process, again, you take yourself through and then you see the results. Then when you start getting around people who are doing these types of things, which I recommend you all gang up with people. That's why another reason I created Modern Success was to create that type of community, which we have. Now you push each other more, and then you're able to now be shoulder to shoulder with more people more often that exhibit those qualities. Then you lift up each other even more because you can see the change in other people. Then when you step out of that community into the normal world, you notice that you're operating at such a different level than everybody else, not in a bragging format, but just an awareness format, and allows you to be more effective. This is why people will come back to me and be like, dude, how do you have energy? How are you doing this? How are you doing that? I'm like, dude, I just do it. There's no like special fucking sauce. I just fucking do it. I just do it. This is my normal operating mode. I'm not doing anything special to now create at the level that I'm creating. It's just all of the self-work done over time, years. I've been in the game years, just so you know. About 6 now that I've really been doing this stuff consistently. So you need to understand that this doesn't happen overnight. But this is one of those processes that everybody has to do. And you need to get on it ASAP. Check your beliefs. Check your philosophies. Take a look. Tomorrow even, from the moment you wake up until the moment you go to sleep, look at all the actions you're doing, right? Everything you're doing, from the toothbrush you're using, toothpaste, why are you brushing your teeth? What's the first thing you do? Do you even know what the first thing you do is? Do you just grab your phone? Why do you do that, right? Start questioning all these things. And you'll see by the end of the day, there's going to be a lot of stuff that you're doing and you're like, why the fuck do I do that? And you won't even be able to trace back the origins of it. It's nuts. Now, again, what I'm describing is boring. But if you do this, man, you're going to be peeling back so many layers to yourself that you're going to realize that without even noticing it, you've just been adopting other people's behaviors and beliefs and philosophies, and you've been clueless about it the whole time. It's nuts. It's fucking crazy. Right? And you won't be able to believe it. Okay? So, with that said, I'll end it here for YouTube. This is going to be up on YouTube. So if you guys, again, as I announced in the beginning, if you need anything, go to teambcsold.com for real estate, or email us at teambcsold@gmail.com. Number 2, if you want to partner with myself and Team BC at EXP, go to partnerwithtmbc teambc.com. And lastly, Modern Success, you know you want to get on it. Link in my bio on Instagram or go to bryancasella.com. All right, we'll see you guys.